What's up, Baltimore? It's Abhi Golhar here at the Think Realty Conference and Expo at the Hyatt Regency Inner Harbor. Now, it's been an awesome day so far. I've learned a lot stepping into general sessions and having conversations one-on-one with attendees and, of course, vendors that are here as well. Steve Bond has joining me today. We're talking a little bit about Baltimore. We're talking a little bit about what he does as a lender in the Baltimore area. Steve, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Good to see you. It's been a whole year since I saw you last.
Yeah, and you said I haven't aged at all.
Not one bit, not one gray hair.
I think I've aged. I mean, you can see it right here.
You're a little smarter, but not a lot grayer.
Well, thanks for that. Appreciate it. Give us a little rundown. Who are you? What do you do?
Steve Bond. I'm the managing partner of Trius Lending Partners.
Okay.
Trius, you'll like us. We're local
Smart.
lenders. We're easy money lenders. Some people say hard money. There's nothing hard about what we do. We are cooperative and informative and knowledgeable lenders to experienced rehabbers and flippers, as well as people new to the business. We mentor, we teach, we're fair, and we bring a lot of experience to the table.
So that's a really awesome trait to have as a lender, right? You don't really see that a whole lot. You'll see lenders in this space say, well, this is what I do, here are the platforms, here are the programs, and that's pretty much it.
We don't work that way at all. We have a general outline of our program of what we do, but every borrower is individual.
Yep.
Every property is individual, and since we're a hands-on and involved partner with you, we like to make sure that the property you're buying is going to be profitable, because we all know that you make all your money on the buy.
Every single time.
Point number
every
one,
single time.
every time.
You've been in business for 22 years, and that's something that is always remaining stagnant, right? That's the one thing that never changes.
Well, the good thing about it is, like the commercial for insurance is, I know a lot because I've seen a lot.
Yes, that's right.
And there's very little that I haven't experienced, but I'm always learning, always learning. But we try to make sure that the people that invest their money are going to be profitable, make money, and come back and use us again and again and again.
What's the difference between you and a bank conventional lender?
That's the easiest question in the world to answer.
I'm just getting you warmed up, Steve. I mean, come on. You know,
Very
like
easy
I have tougher questions. They're right over here.
I have to tell you.
Okay.
If it weren't for banks, I wouldn't be in business. Banks provide me the opportunity to be a lender. And what do I mean by that? A bank will take a minimum of 30 to 60 days to approve a loan.
Yep.
I take a maximum of 30 minutes. That's huge in and of itself.
That's right. That's some pretty fast money, which is great.
I have no committee that I have to go to.
Yep.
I'm in charge of the funds, and I make the decisions.
Yep.
That's number one.
Number one.
Number two, you jump through hoops for the bank. If the bank doesn't like a piece of paper that they gave you, they want 50 pieces of paper to verify the piece of paper they don't like.
Right.
I want
and that keeps going and going and going and going. It takes forever.
I want three things.
Yeah.
I want to see that you have some money to put in the deal.
Yeah. How much do you generally require down?
That's question number two.
This is question number two.
We're going to get to that, okay? I want to see that you have money enough to put the money in the deal.
So you got the down payment.
And the reason why that is the most dangerous person in the world is one with nothing to lose.
That's right.
And if you're not have skin in the game, you're very dangerous.
So that's the skin that we talk about every single time, right? You need money in a deal, otherwise you're not going to attract lenders like Steve. So that's number one.
Number one. Number two, I want to see that you have the cash flow to handle the debt service.
Yep.
You're going to be paying me monthly. All I want to make sure is that you have disposable income to cover the debt service. I said I was flexible. If in fact you can't do those things, money solves all problems. So if you can't show me the cash flow, just give it to me in advance, and then you got the deal. Often people can't show that they have the cash flow. And that's fine. So prepay the interest and we're good to go.
How much do you generally require in that case How many months of interest do you like to see paid ahead of time?
All our borrowers think that they can do it faster than it can really happen in real life.
Especially right now, right? Like it's a yeah.
Our loan, we give a 1 year, no prepayment loan.
Okay.
And the reason why we do that is every borrower thinks they're going to do it in 5 to 6 months. Rarely does that happen. I don't say never, but rarely.
We talk about it on the radio all the time.
Average time close to close.
Yeah.
I have 160 loans going now.
Yeah.
Average time close to close is 8 months.
8 months. That's
Some
what we're
take
seeing
a little
across
longer,
the board.
and that's why I give 1 year so that you're not under pressure from us to finish that project.
Yeah.
1 year you should be able to make your money and go invest and make money again.
That's right.
So, if in fact you're challenged with being able to give all the documentation, I'll take between 4 and 6 months interest. Not a killer, but just enough to get you through the hurdle so we can get you to closing the second time.
Yeah.
And the third piece of evidence that we need from you, once we have skin in the game and cash flow, we have to make sure that you are an upstanding member of the community and you pay your bills timely.
Yep.
That's it. Credit score's not what we base things on. ARV is not what we base things on. And the reason why we don't base anything on ARV, because if the rehab value is what someone is willing to pay for the property.
That's right.
And my crystal ball's a bit cloudy on that. So we have to wait and see.
That's right.
I have a good guess.
Yeah.
You have a good guess.
It's a good range. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
I mean, I think my crystal ball is cloudier than your crystal ball, I'm sure.
Depends on the day.
It depends on the day. That's
and the
right.
property.
We talk about being a common sense lender. Take maybe 30 seconds and explain how that means. It's on your website. What does it mean to be a common sense lender?
You have to be able to read between the lines.
Yeah.
Today's world, everybody is looking to have less tax exposure.
Yeah.
So consequently, tax returns sometimes have a little wiggle room in them if you're self-employed.
Yes.
If you're W-2, there's no wiggle room.
Right.
But we have a ton of self-employed individuals.
Yes.
So you have to be able to read between the lines, and then I meet with, personally, every borrower and get a sense of where they are. So that's called intuitiveness. I try to be intuitive with my people and formulate a relationship. That's a common sense approach to it. And then knowing neighborhoods, knowing things like that, taking it into account. Banks do not look at people that way. They don't look at deals that way.
That's right.
They're boxed in and they're held to guidelines that they don't necessarily set in place.
Yep.
My guidelines are, will this borrower, an investor, make money? Is this property priced right to begin with?
Yep.
And will he be profitable in the end? That's common sense.
Seems pretty fair. Last question for you, and then we've got to go. I know you've got meetings and things like that.
I love talking to you.
Me too. We'll have to do this again, I promise. Last question. Opportunity zones, Baltimore. There's a lot of news about opportunity zones right now. What do you think?
Opportunity zones are part of the government baloney that is out there.
Okay.
They are the same zones that were there before.
Yes.
The government thinks that they're going to help the buyer with funding as opposed to the investor with funding.
Yeah.
And that's where the opportunity zones are going to become very important.
Yes.
So they're more for your exit strategy than they are for your buy-in strategy. If you pay attention to that, generally speaking, they're going to be gentrifying areas that are on the move, or that those local people who are locally in touch with their market, like we are, know what's going on.
Yep.
So opportunity is there, but where is the opportunity really being taken advantage of? And it's really being taken advantage of down the road instead of up front.
I love that conversation.
Up front, I can help you with that because I know where those numbers are.
Yep.
And that's why having the kind of common sense, independent, decision-making lender on the spot is all the advantage in the world that you need to be successful in this world.
So there's a really big conversation here to be had about opportunity zones. If you want to check it out, come on over. It's going to be awesome. Or really, at this point, go to thinkrealty.com, schedule yourself for the next Think Realty Conference and Expo, and come out. And you can have the smart conversations here. Steve, what's the best way we can get in touch with you? What's your website, phone number, all that stuff?
Just remember, we're Trius Lending Partners. Try us, you'll like us. We're at triuslendingpartners.com. Call 410-580-0870 or send an email to sbond@triuslending.com.
Awesome. Think Realty Nation, we got to go. But you know what? Your journey of education doesn't stop here. Check us out online, thinkrealty.com. See you later. Good job.
Not bad. You have me back?